Marcy the Mermaid and the Lost Little Octopus. Marcy the Mermaid and the Lost Little Octopus. Marcy the Mermaid lived in Coral Cove, where the water sparkled like diamonds and colorful fish zipped through the coral reefs. She was known far and wide for her kind heart and adventurous spirit. Wherever Marcy went, her best friend, Coral the Clownfish, was by her side. Small but bold, Coral always brought laughter and a can-do attitude to their adventures. One bright morning, Marcy and Coral were playing hide-and-seek with their friends Shelley the Sea Turtle, Finn the Dolphin, and Bubble the Pufferfish. The ocean was alive with their laughter as they darted through coral arches and peeked into sea caves. But just as Marcy was about to find Coral, a soft, sad cry echoed through the water. Marcy froze. "Did you hear that?" she asked Coral. Coral popped out from behind a coral branch. "It sounded like someone's in trouble." They followed the sound, weaving through swaying seaweed and darting schools of fish. Finally, they found a tiny octopus, his big eyes brimming with tears. "Hi there," Marcy said gently, crouching to his level. "What's wrong?" The little octopus sniffled. "I'm Ollie. I got separated from my family, and I don't know how to get back to the Deepwater Forest." Coral swam closer and gave Ollie a warm smile. "Don't worry, Ollie. We'll help you find your family, and don't forget you're not alone anymore." The group huddled together. Shelley tilted her head thoughtfully. "The Deepwater Forest is far from here, and the currents are tricky." "Good thing I'm an expert at navigating strong currents," Finn said confidently, flipping his tail. Bubble puffed up. "And don't forget I'll keep us safe if anything scary shows up." With a plan in place, they set off. Ollie swam close to Marcy, his tentacles wrapped around her hand for comfort. Along the way they passed shimmering jellyfish that glowed like tiny lanterns and schools of fish that twirled in perfect harmony. Coral pointed out a seahorse family, while Bubble zoomed around, making everyone laugh. But as they approached the Deepwater Forest, the ocean grew darker and colder. The water churned with strong currents that twisted and turned. "Stay close, everyone," Marcy called out. Finn led the way, expertly weaving through the swirling water. Shelley stayed at the back, using her sturdy shell to shield the group from the roughest currents. Bubble bravely puffed up at every shadow, making Ollie giggle despite his nerves. Ollie looked up at Marcy. "What if we can't find my family?" he whispered. Marcy squeezed his tentacle. "Don't forget, Ollie, we're all here to help. You're not alone." Finally, the group reached the edge of the Deepwater Forest. Giant kelp swayed in the current like green curtains, and glowing plants lit up the darkness like stars. Suddenly, a deep voice boomed from the shadows. "Ollie, is that you?" A large octopus emerged from the kelp, his tentacles reaching out. Behind him, more octopuses swam into view, their eyes filled with joy. "Dad!" Ollie cried, swimming straight into his father's arms. The reunion was heartwarming. Ollie's family hugged him tightly, their relief clear on their faces. His father turned to Marcy and her friends. "Thank you for bringing Ollie back to us." "Another adventure with a happy ending," Coral said as they reached home. Marcy smiled. "And don't forget helping friends is what we do best."